I got on the tube at King's Cross, and literally just after we left the station, I was in the second carriage, and there was just a massive bang, and glass and everything just kind of went flying through the train. We couldn't see, we couldn't breathe, and it was, honestly, for the first 2 seconds we didn't know we were going to get out.
All the windows came in, and none of us knew what happened, and it was mayhem, and then the driver came out of the carriage, and which was quite scary because he shone a red light, and we all thought it was, I thought I was dead. I had a vision of a fire, and then he came out and said, he walked us through the platform. It was just, other than, I don't know what happened. You probably know more than me. It was just, I don't know, but there's some seriously injured people there. It's not good.
I was in the front carriage and people were severely injured there. But I've heard, and I don't know if it's right, that people were even worse further back.
And this is inside Russell Square Station, was it, or further up the road?
No, it was in the tunnel between King's Cross and Russell Square.
And how do you describe the reaction of people in the train to what happened?
Very mixed. Some people were very calm, others were very panicky.
We just came out of one of the stations. It was on the Circle line. Train was moving fast like they do. There was a huge explosion, flash of flame down the side of the train. It stopped very quickly. There were people all over the show, and it very quickly filled up with grit and smoke and rubbish. I mean, it was very bad. Just a huge shock.
The roof of the carriage had been blown out. The windows, the doors had been blown out. It was all on the track. The tracks were obviously, affected as well, damaged as well. So it wasn't it was a derailment. And then, and there's people just screaming and just asking for help, and the underground staff were trying to get the people that were safe just to walk out, and they weren't actually going into those carriages. The carriages were filled with this like dusty smoke. It wasn't like a fire smoke, it wasn't like black soot smoke, it was more like just like a white dusty type atmosphere, and you could feel your lungs straight away. It would just hit your lungs.
It was just like boom, and I could feel like as if I'm being electrocuted, and I shook like mad up and down the chair where I was. And then when I opened my eyes, I saw this guy with his leg on top of my left leg, and it was dropped.
I saw like a fire coming in and some of the glasses broken coming in our way, and then everyone just started shouting. Then the tube literally stopped, and everyone went down, and everyone was starting to realize trying to realize what was going on, and no one had no idea. And then just a lot of smoke came in, like black smoke, and we just couldn't breathe, and you can't break the windows, you can't do anything, so people were like trying to force the way, opening the doors of the tube, and we just stayed there like for so long because they had to evacuate everyone from the back, so you had to pass from carriage to carriage, and obviously the people that were walking but injured went first, and they were like the ears were blown up, and you could see like blood all over the place in the arms because they were standing next to windows.
We just pulled out of Edgware Road, and next thing I know, there's a large flash of light. Felt a burning sensation on my hands, put my hands up to my face. I was on the floor by that point. Yeah, I can't recall anything prior to that, any noise, any bang. And as soon as I realised, there'd been an accident, got up, had a look around, saw where the exits were. The train was a complete standstill, the lights were out, a lot of smoke in the carriage, not a lot of people moving. There'd been another tube stopped parallel to us in the tunnel. They seemed fine. We were trying to get from our carriage over to their carriage, but couldn't get the doors open. So it's very much a case of waiting in the tube. Next thing we heard, some guys were shouting at the far end of the train that it was fine to get off. They'd be taking people off the back end of the tube. So the worst affected started to walk through the carriages. Seemed to remember the next carriage down towards the back of the train that everyone seemed fine, the lights were on, people were standing, didn't seem injured. So proceeded to get off the back end of the train and out onto the platform, and was led up to the concourse where the firefighters and paramedics started to arrive.